What's up, guys? Welcome to another Clash Royale strategy video. It's me, Japanda. Thank you for joining me once again. And let's get into our next episode of Japanda Plays Splashyard. I switched over to one of my many alternate accounts, the Professor in CR2. I just opened unlocked Graveyard recently, like the other day, so thought I'd give the pushing the ladder a try since I haven't been on this account in quite some time. But let's just get into some replays and see what it was I was thinking. I'm even going to share with you a draw game that I thought was very, very well played both ways and stuff. But he goes for my king tower, and I almost get the job done, but we'll see what happens here. So I start off with the baby dragon in the corner, and he throws a pretty good freeze, but I have Mega Minion and skeletons down, and one of the dudes or two of the dudes didn't get encompassed by the freeze, and then I zapped at a pretty opportune moment. So he was only able to get like 400 damage off of my tower. Bowler will stop this dude here. I wasted that Mega Minion because I absolutely did not need to throw the Mega Minion. The bowler would totally have stopped it, and I actually realized that later in the game you'll see me just throw the bowler and sacrifice the bowler 1-for-1 in a similar situation. Here, let's get down the mini P.E.K.K.A. to stop this guy. Maybe I should have used the skeletons. Not sure if I had that up because now I don't have a really good counter for the wizard. The wizard's going to do work on my baby dragon, allowing for some pretty good damage to be dealt on his graveyard push. He activates my king tower though, which is going to help me out throughout this game. But it looks like we're pretty even going to this next part of the game, other than the fact that he has me pwned on elixir currently at the moment. He's wasting though and allowing me to recover his advantage here. I'm going to go ahead and poison, but I kind of didn't realize what I was going to do soon enough, so I get it a little bit more forward and don't end up poisoning his tower when I could have. And there you go. There's the part where I was talking about before, where I sacrificed the bowler 1-for-1 for his prince, and then I didn't have to waste elixir. So I'm trying to get a really good graveyard push out here, but I can't plan it quite right because he's coming at me like two ways and kind of in an interesting and fun kind of unique pushes. So it's really stopping me in my tracks. I don't know. I have to like think on the fly, and I think I'm going to end up throwing a graveyard on the right over here because there's just no other way that I'm going to try to win this game other than to use my troops as tanks for the graveyard. So I saw 3 of my troops on that side for me defending, decided to give it a shot, and it turned out in our favor. Graveyard's pretty a strange card because the dudes don't spawn in a uniform manner, if that makes any sense. Every graveyard is just a little bit different, so you can't exactly plan 100% how to mitigate all of the damage from those graveyards and stuff. So let's get into the next game. Let's see what happens here against a Hog Rider deck. Hog Rider Prince, Skarmy, kind of a funny build. But level 5 Prince. I think he's trying to take advantage of his card levels here. I'm playing on ladder. So we stopped that Prince, no problem, even protecting our mini P.E.K.K.A. with the skeletons. And here we're just going to let that Skarmy do work. And we didn't have the zap and cycle, but we're planning for how to handle that Skarmy in the future. So we're going to hold on to our zap for when that happens, or for when the next time that he throws it, next time that he has it in cycle and stuff. So this wizard is going to meet our bowler, and I figure since the wizard is going to aggro onto the bowler first, that I could start this graveyard, and then that would give me enough time to poison. And there you go. I was able to take out his wizard and the minion horde. So 9 elixir for pretty much 4 there. It puts us in a pretty good damage lead anyways, going into the next part of the game here. And he's going to get 1 swipe on the tower with this Hog Rider. Mini P.E.K.K.A is a great counter to Hog Rider, only allowing very, very little damage to come through. We anticipate the Skarmy and we get every single dude encompassed. Maybe a little bit late, but I'm not sure if that had anything to do with the lag that, you know, this naturally occurs and stuff. But he zaps our Dutes and our Mega Minion finishes off his Prince. Very, very nice. So we finally have an elixir lead going into this push. So, and I think I realized this. So I start the baby dragon. We're going to get down the optimal graveyard poison right here. Try to encompass this wizard. Barely catch it. Perfect. So we get the wizard and the minion horde once again. So even though we don't do that much damage to the tower, still decent amount of damage, but we take care of his defense with our poison by placing it perfectly and timing it just right as well. So Mega Minion for the Hog Rider and Bowler for the Miner. He gets a couple of hits using the logs, because the log retargets our troops when they're defending. And well-timed wizard, well-timed minion horde here. But I think I got my plan is going to come to fruition here any second. I'm going to get my troops down here for the defense. And Mini P.E.K.K.A should finish off both of them here. And we're going to get the baby dragon down, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to do the big old push once again, that graveyard poison. Try to encompass that wizard, and we catch his Skarmy. That's the best case there, that he happened to throw the Skarmy versus the minion horde. The minion horde does survive a few ticks from the poison, but the Skarmy gets eaten alive in just 1 tick. So if you're in a pinch and you do have to defend against graveyard and you're running minions or minion horde, it's still a good idea to use that as your defense, even though you know that the poison's coming and the poison's going to take care of them. So let's get into the last replay that I'm going to show you right now. And then let's get into like one live game. I'll hit the ladder. It's pretty tough on the ladder right now, but I'm going to give it my best shot for you guys. Misplaced my bowler, so I throw my skeletons to help out. If you get your bowler, if you see the goblin barrel coming, you see the goblin barrel coming towards your tower, and you anticipate by the flight that it's going to be this positioning, the goblin positioning. The soonest, I mean, as soon as you see that goblin barrel, if you can get down the bowler exactly right here in the middle, in that lane right here where this middle lane is right here, and he's like sitting right there. If you get him down soon enough, you can actually take out all 3 goblins without taking not 1 bit of damage to your tower. So that's something that I like to keep in mind. This guy's got kind of a bait deck, so it's smart because he throws the goblin barrel, and that basically allows for him to start his push the other direction. Because if I throw something like a bowler, which is what I did, I don't have a good counter for his witch. Witch is not a very, very good card because it's easily countered, but I don't have good counters in my deck for it. I don't have a Valkyrie, I don't have a Knight, things like this. So pretty tough for me without the bowler to take care of that witch, and he has it coming down the other lane, and he's going to get that P.E.K.K.A right in front of it, and I don't, without a tower, and then with the witch with the splash damage, even my skeletons and my melee troops aren't going to be able to stop it. So let's see that happen. And that's like all part of me learning his deck and stuff. But I thought I was a smart guy by getting down my bowler onto his onto his barrel. We get the graveyard down at a good time, but we do not poison because we know we don't need to. He threw the P.E.K.K.A, and now we're just like, okay, well, we have some choices. We need to defend in some way, but I don't know how I'm going to do it because I know he's going to get to the tower with something here. So I try to hit the witch first, try to put those dutes from the witch right? And then and then I can't get onto the wasn't in cycle. Right. So, you can understand my pain right there, okay? So I've got a plan for what's coming at me. I can know what's in his deck now. And I know that this is going to be absolutely this is going to be very, very challenging, okay, for us to win, because we know that his deck is really well suited to beating our build. So I think we get a little bit lucky here in the sense that he continues to pound our King's Tower, and me recognizing like his plan to 3-crown me allows me to get down some troops accordingly. And I thought I would distract the P.E.K.K.A. with those skeletons, and then the Witch shot him down. So I thought the Witch was targeted onto the bowler, right? And then I was going to get the skeletons down once the Witch was targeted onto the bowler, so that the P.E.K.K.A. would go towards the skeletons and give the Mega Minion more time to swipe at the top of the P.E.K.K.A.'s head. But that's not what happened, right? It's like I thought the Witch was shooting the bowler, and then all of a sudden she shot the Doots, and then the P.E.K.K.A. didn't go towards the skeleton, so like everything went wrong, right? So here comes a miner, here comes some weird like nothing push with some goblin barrel or whatever. We're able to stop the bowler with the miner with the bowler, and now we have the bowler coming towards the Witch. This is wonderful. It's too bad that he's so smart and is able to get down his P.E.K.K.A. In a spot where he could distract our bowler, and then that Witch with the sliver of health is going to do like incredible work. But we're going to just keep on plugging away, zap all that away, and hopefully won't get too many hits. This Witch is finally going to get taken care of, and now we're going to start an offensive push. But look at how much damage he took off of our tower just being a boss. I start the graveyard early because I want to catch the Witch and whatever else he throws for the value, because the only way I'm going to win here is if I beat him on Elixir on one of these pushes somehow. So I've got to defend absolutely perfectly, okay? And that wasn't the perfect defense, I don't think, but skeletons would have been better if I didn't throw the skeletons. Got the bowler just on the goblin barrel and threw the skeletons to distract the P.E.K.K.A. That would have been perfect, right? Put my baby dragons and my mega minion and my mini P.E.K.K.A. all together, and he fireballs everything with a huge value fireball like a boss. Once again, so he at least makes a mistake there. Okay, we see the miner coming the other way, so we meet his miner with our skeletons and catch him off guard. Not catch him off guard, but catch his miner trying to catch us off guard. Catch his skeletons by trying to think about the ways that he's going to try to want to beat us. So if we could just hold out, we were able to kind of draw that game. And sometimes the best thing is just to draw and to try again. Because then you didn't lose any cups, right? And then you have another chance to kind of push forth. So let's go ahead and get into one game on the ladder, a live game, and see if me playing live once again could translate into me maybe playing well as well. So like to start off with the baby dragon or the mega minion, but lately I've been starting with the baby dragon, because the Mega Minion I feel like is more valuable because it has higher DPS, and sometimes I need that DPS real bad. That's a pretty good placement on his minions in order to do a lot of work onto my defense. We're going to let this bowler die, and hopefully he'll get a couple of shots off here. And alright, weird sequencing from him, because of course he got the spear goblins in front of that, so that's not going to do too much work. And we're going to let this we're going to zap all those because we have it in cycle perfectly, and we catch every single one. And now we kind of know his deck composition here. We expect the elite barbs once again, and then the minions, right, pretty soon. But he's out of elixir, it looks like. So he's gonna, okay. Alright, get the bowler down. Alright, that'll work. And maybe these troops will come over and do some work for us. So Baby Dragon is really good on defense and offense. It's a really good two-way card in my opinion. Okay, so we're about even once again. Skeletons for these guys, and he's coming with a Royal Giant right now. And we're going to meet it as soon as possible with our mini P.E.K.K.A. Mega Minion, yeah, see? We knew. Alright, here we go. Swiping as soon as possible. We're going to get the zap down so he has no chance to kill our mini P.E.K.K.A. And maybe even mini P.E.K.K.A. might even make it here. And she does. I think she swiped. You guys, I'm not sure, but I think she did. So he's out of elixir all the way. We're going to defend this like a boss right here, and we're going to go on a huge graveyard push. Watch this. And the poison, and this is what we're talking about when we put together a graveyard push. This is what we're going for, guys, and that's going to be tower. Let's go. All right, so we know what he has in his deck. Oh gosh, forgot that was next. Okay, get all the DPS down. All right, and then we know the skeleton army's coming, or is close to being in cycle here, so he's going to probably throw that any second. Let's get down this. Oh, wow, that's bad for him. Alright, so let's go this way. Let's start another graveyard push because he's gonna get our tower here. So let's try and take out his second tower while he's out of elixir once again. And we're just gonna hang back with this because he's definitely not going to be able to handle my defense. Okay, perfect. And one more poison should do it here. Let's go. Boys, this should be a 3 crown even. Congratulations to me. I wish there was a song like congratulations to me. Okay. Alright guys, thank you for joining me. Thanks for bearing with me for my dorkiness. But I just felt in a funny mood. So thank you for joining me. Stay tuned for even more strategy videos in the future. Thanks again. Take care, guys.